Welcome to English Insight Podcast. Learn English through story and real growth. In today's video, you're not just going to practice English listening or learn new vocabulary. You're going to step into a real human story, a story that begins with confusion, fear, and uncertainty, and slowly turns into one of the greatest success stories of our time. Whether you're a beginner or somewhere in between, this episode is designed to grow your English, your confidence, and the way you see your own future. So put on your headphones, maybe open a notebook, and let's begin. By the end of this session, you will have learned more than 10 natural English expressions, understood a powerful real-life story, and felt more confident to speak and think in English. Ready? Let's start. Right now, when people hear the name Jeff Bezos, they think of power, money, and Amazon, a company that seems unstoppable. But that's not how his story started. In the beginning, Jeff Bezos was not a billionaire. He was not famous. He didn't even know if his idea would survive 1 year. He was just a man with a question in his mind. What if? At that moment in his life, Jeff had a good job, a safe future, and everything that society calls success. But inside, something felt wrong. He was afraid of one thing more than failure: regret. He was worried that one day he would look back and ask himself why he never tried. That fear pushed him forward. Now think about your English. How many times have you wanted to speak but stopped yourself? How many times have you translated a sentence in your head instead of just saying it? What are you really afraid of, mistakes or judgment? Jeff Bezos had the same kind of fears. He worried about money. He worried about disappointing people. He worried about failing publicly. Starting Amazon in a garage wasn't romantic. It was stressful, lonely, and full of doubt. Many people told him the internet was a joke. Others said online shopping would never work. But instead of translating those fears into excuses, he translated them into action. He worked long hours. He packed boxes himself. He answered customer emails personally. He focused on one thing only: learning faster than everyone else. Every mistake taught him something. Every problem became feedback. And here's something important. Jeff didn't try to be perfect. He tried to move forward. That's where most English learners get stuck. They try to be perfect before they speak. Jeff spoke with the market before he was ready. You should speak English before you feel ready too. Of course, failure came. Amazon lost money for years. People laughed at the idea. Investors doubted him. At one point, Amazon was close to collapse. That was Jeff Bezos' biggest failure, realizing that growth without trust and clarity could destroy everything he was building. The dot-com crash nearly ended Amazon. But instead of quitting, he simplified. He focused on customers. He focused on long-term thinking. He accepted short-term pain for long-term vision. And that decision changed history. Amazon didn't just survive, it transformed the world. That was his greatest success. Not money, not fame, but persistence. The ability to continue when quitting would have been easier. Now ask yourself honestly, what if your English breakthrough is one uncomfortable decision away? What if stopping translation is your garage moment? What if fluency doesn't come from knowing more words, but from using the ones you already know? Jeff Bezos didn't wait until the path was clear. He walked while creating the path. And that's exactly how real English is learned. If this story changed the way you think about English, about fear, about progress, stay with English Insight Podcast. Because growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from courage. And your next step starts now.